It's Tracey and Noelle. They're gonna make you LOL on 90 Day Fiancé Trash Talk.
Hello and welcome to 90 Day Fiancé Trash Talk. This is episode 237. I'm your host, comedian Tracey Carnazzo, joined by my lovely co-host Noelle Herzog.
That's me. Hello.
Hello. We're here to talk about Before the 90 Days, season 6, episode 12.
Okay.
I want to tell you something, and I talked about this a little bit last week, and I thought that this was unique, but it's not unique. I really enjoyed watching this week.
Okay. I enjoyed watching this week. I put it on this morning and I just watched straight through. I really didn't struggle watching it. It was good.
No, but I've been like, oh, what's going to happen next? Like, I feel like things are happening.
Well, I also feel like
because it's new people.
That's why I like it. And I feel like this season, they're like rotating the people.
Yeah, it's
so
not
when
like boring.
Yeah, and when someone's on, it's like it gives us a lot of them. We learn, like this week was a lot of Riley and Violet, but this is probably the most we've had of them.
Yes, correct.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And last week was Amanda.
I've been really enjoying it.
Yeah, no, me too. I'm excited to watch The Other Way tonight.
Me too.
Amanda has a red flag tattoo. I told you that.
You did. And also she covers her mouth when she laughs like she's a child.
She does.
Yeah.
Yeah.
She's
I don't like her.
I don't like her either. Before we get started with this, we have a big announcement to make that you guys should already know because but you're not good listeners. I will tell you, our listeners not good at listening. Guys,
no shit.
Put your listening ears on because we have a big announcement to make. We are on season 2 of So Pumped, the Vanderpump Rules podcast. I'm watching it for the first time. Noelle's watching it for the millionth time. Go over to patreon.com/trash talk podcast and listen to So Pumped. And with that, you're also going to get The Other Way. That's right. 90 Day Fiancé The Other Way. Don't you want to listen to our podcast? You can.
You want to listen to it.
Patreon.com/trash talk podcast. It is the super duper trash talker level and above.
Also on Vanderpump Rules, I'm just going to tell you guys, for those of you that watch Vanderpump Rules, the latest episode that we recorded is we meet Ariana. So that's what we're happening here.
We met her? Yeah, we did. Like briefly. Yeah, see this. I'm really good
at
this, guys.
Because we're going to be in the future. So this comes out in the future. So yes, guys.
I didn't meet her yet.
Okay, no, you actually didn't meet her yet.
Okay, I thought I had some kind of problem with my brain.
She's gonna enter this episode that we're gonna do.
Okay, I feel so much better now. I thought something bad happened to me.
No, because this is in the future, 90 days.
Okay, I'm forgetful, but like this is ridiculous.
You're like, there was a whole character?
All right. Well, guys, you know where to go. Patreon.com/trash talk podcast. Moving along, we're going to jump in the pool with Riley and Violet.
All right.
Okay. So Riley buys flowers. This is 2 days after the fight. So they haven't spoken for 2 days.
Right.
And he unblocked her.
Right.
And texted her. And they're meeting at a cafe. And she's like, oh, I also unblocked him at the same exact moment.
So that's what it's like. Who's lying here?
Everyone.
Right. Nobody had either of them blocked.
No. Yeah. They were just like, you're blocked. And it's like,
because I'm like, so she happened to unblock him the same time.
The moment. Yeah.
He hides the flowers too when she comes in.
Oh my God. So he said, quote, if we could both acknowledge our roles in what happened. It's like, Riley, stop.
Yes. Listen, he is annoying. I don't love him, but she's not great either. And I realized that this episode.
Listen, absolutely, totally agreed with you.
Yeah.
But if we're both acknowledging the roles in that Tiffany thing, it's all Riley.
Oh, yeah. He should have never have let anybody speak to her that way.
No, but why did he speak to her like that? Forget Tiffany.
Oh, yeah, that's right. He beat it. That's what he was saying.
Yeah, but he was like, go ahead, answer her. It was like, no. We're not doing this. This is crazy. So she's very upset. And he said that he understands that friends aren't family. And it's like,
well, because that's what the motorcycle guy told him last week.
Correct. But here's the problem. That's not the problem, Riley. He's just making it like if that was his dad asking her, then that would have been fine. It's like, so I could gang up on you with someone else, just not Tiffany.
Right. So he thinks that's why she's mad.
Right. And so that is not it. She said that he's not being very sincere. And he said that he should have protected her. Yes, but he was the one that was doing the attacking.
And she said she felt like trampled on. which I get.
Agreed.
I
Totally
do get that.
agreed.
Yeah.
I
And they
just
were
couldn't
having like this
imagine.
nice night out too.
Okay, imagine this, right?
Yeah.
You're fighting with Matt about something.
Yeah.
You FaceTime me.
Mm-hmm.
And I ask him, why were you being mean to Noelle? And you're like, yeah, answer her.
Yeah, he would leave.
Right. But even if
Yeah.
he was being mean, it's like, we're still wrong and crazy.
Yeah, that's so crazy.
You see what I'm saying, though?
Yeah, of course.
That was the problem. It wasn't because she's right for still being on the app. It's not because of her answer. It's just because, why are we doing this? If you want to be with someone, then why are you attacking them?
Right.
That's my problem.
Yes, I agree.
That was the real problem. Anyway, so he wants her to apologize for something.
And she's like, I'm not wrong.
Okay, but she also said that it's because her English isn't good enough to answer him sometimes. So he's like, okay. And fair enough. He's like, you know what? You're totally right. I'm going to write things down when I want to talk about something. And he's like, great. And in the confessional, he's like, he doesn't believe her.
No, how is she going to weasel her way out of that, though?
Right.
Yeah,
So,
she knows exactly what he's saying.
Of course. Please.
Of course.
I'm actually surprised at how her English comprehension, how deep it is.
No, I agree with you.
He speaks very quickly.
He has a bit of an accent.
He has an accent.
Yeah.
He doesn't always like he'll use, it's not slang. It's just like he'll use like terms.
Yes.
Or like saying or phrases that are not like necessarily like the Queen's English.
So like, okay, like she looked at something. He's like, wow, you broke your neck. She would be like, what the hell does that
That's
mean?
what I mean. He's using like terminology that she wouldn't.
Agreed.
So I'm surprised at how deep her English comprehension is.
Yes, I agree with this.
Because it's maybe more than mine.
Yeah, okay. I could see that.
So the next day they go to this Buddhist temple and he's ironing his garb to look mantastic.
It's so pretty.
I love it.
So do I. I love it.
He likes it too. He's like, this is great.
He does. It looks good on him. And it's that material is so pretty.
I want it. I want one.
Yeah, me too.
I want one with a deep V-neck though. I don't like to cover my chest so much. It's very slimming to have more of a V-neck.
I know. And I always have a high neck.
Yeah.
Yeah. But also that's not very breathable material, I don't think.
We could only wear it to the temple. I
want to go to this temple. Like I want to go to a Buddhist temple.
But she's not even Buddhist.
I know. That's the kicker.
He's basically like, I'm going to go to her temple. I'm going to see her temple. And she's like, oh, I'm not Buddhist at all.
Yeah.
I just like this place.
I just like it. Uh-huh.
So they pray and they buy an intention. So they basically like lighting a candle in a Catholic church.
I love that.
Which is great because I think that when you buy an intention in a Buddhist temple, you're not really funding the abuse of children like you are when you light a candle in a Catholic church.
Okay.
That's for no one in particular.
Okay, great. Here we are. But now she's going to tell me about the loaves and fishes next.
I'm just saying.
Oh.
So he's leaving in 3 days, but she has to talk to him about an issue. So they go kiting.
Well, so this is cute, but it's like apparently this is like a thing.
Well, good thing they're not in India.
Why?
Because one of the laws is that remember Kimberly?
Oh yeah, that's right.
What
there
was the
like
law?
all those obscure laws.
Hold on, wait. What was it? Weird.
I think I deleted those cookies already, but I remember.
No,
those
it's fine because I googled
laws.
it. Okay. Here, 7 strange Indian laws. I think that this is maybe what I was looking at. No, maybe it wasn't. Who knows?
But yeah, apparently there's all like these obscure laws in India. When we were talking about the other way, Kim and TJ.
Kite. Hold on, here we go. I think here it is. Maybe this is it. Yes, this is it. Let's see. Let's get to, okay. One must obtain a permit before flying a kite. So it's not every day that one hears that someone could be jailed for just flying a kite and thus make it a strange law that does not have merit. So just saying, good thing she's
That's so wild. But there were so many people there. Apparently, this is like a thing. This is the place. Have you ever flown a kite?
I have.
Really? I didn't take.
I had
you
a
for
different
kite
childhood.
kind of girl.
I
mean, my grandfather used to take me to fly my kite. I had a baby Mickey and Minnie kite.
Wow.
Obviously,
you were in a very good kite flying area.
in California.
Yeah, in Northern
Yeah.
California. That's
Yeah.
a very flighty,
No, it was so
flighty,
nice. Yeah.
very windy area.
It was so cute. That's the only place I've ever done it.
I've flown kites probably on a beach, probably like when I would go camping. Ugh. Sorry.
Wow. Who
I
are
know.
you?
Listen, I used to like camping, and I'm going to tell you why.
I like camping.
No. Well, first of all, I didn't like the sleeping aspect of it. That was the worst
I'm
part.
shocked.
I like being outside. This is
Uh-huh.
a very unknown fact about me.
Yes.
I love being outside. I like being in the sun. I used to go fishing by myself, like in a pond. I would
Mhm.
like play in the dirt. Like these are things that I like to do.
I don't like being outside, but I do like camping. So go figure. Uh-huh.
No, I like swimming. I like lakes. I like ponds. I like any kind of wildlife. I want to pet everything that I see. I like bugs if they're not in my house or biting me.
I like couches and
Right. You're more of a
Yeah.
couch. I'm more of
Yeah.
a outside couch.
I am more of an indoor cat. You're an outdoor cat. Definitely.
But at night I have to go in.
You do have to go inside at night.
Yeah,
Yeah.
you have to let me back in. I'm so sorry.
I have one of those little doors for you.
I'm an indoor outdoor cat.
You're an indoor outdoor cat. Yeah, you're a
Yes.
little tabby.
Oh man. So I'm glad that we really enjoyed the kite flying until
Yeah.
oh, and he loves it too. He loves it. He's like obsessed.
I
Like
know.
I
He's
can't
like
even believe I'm
having so
flying a
much
kite.
fun.
So she's like, okay, great. I'm so glad you like flying the kite because you're gonna need to support me and my family when I move to America. How much is in your bank account?
I could die that she asked him that.
Okay, I could die that he answered her on camera.
Good for him.
He's like, I have $100,000 in money and investments.
Right.
That's what scared me.
Okay, but here's the thing, right? You know that that's the norm, right? I know that you like.
Listen,
I
I'm
know
not
that
saying
you're
it
a
isn't
little
or it
bit of a
isn't.
snot because you
Listen-
are, because that's much more money than I have.
Noelle,
Uh-huh.
sure,
Yeah.
fair enough. But let me ask you a question.
Ask me.
Are you bringing
Uh-huh.
a woman over from Vietnam?
Uh-huh.
Are you expecting to pay for her children and her? Are you expecting to have to support her family in Vietnam as
Okay.
well as that?
But I think he also has an income. I think that's what he has tied
Sure.
up and in the bank, but
But
I'm sure he
it's
also has
just
an income.
That's scary to me. That's all I'm saying.
Oh,
I'm
see,
not
that
saying
doesn't scare me.
I'm not saying, yeah, listen, $100,000. I wish I could meet a guy with $100,000. I can't even
Right?
meet a guy with a positive balance in
With a
his
car. Right.
like this isn't
Right.
I mean, I've barely met a guy with sneakers.
Right.
So do you understand what I'm saying? Like I'm not poo-pooing the 100,000. It's just I'm not, but it's like
Right, but he has a lot of people to support.
oh,
But I also don't think he's going to go into his savings for that. I mean, listen, he definitely gets money because he's a vet, and I'm sure he works.
right. It's just that's what's scary to me. I wanted him to have more of a nest egg for his newfound family.
I think out of most people on the show, he probably has the biggest nest egg, to be honest with you.
Oh, I
Yeah.
agree with you. It
Yeah.
doesn't mean it's a, and I'm not saying he's going to be broke.
Yeah.
I'm just saying that's scary. But then also he follows it up with
Yeah.
that he makes broke look good.
I know.
Listen, a snot I am. Broke he is not.
No, he is not. Because I make broke look good, honey.
Right.
Yeah.
That's what I'm saying. So
No, he's not broke. I think he's just being silly. And she's just like, okay, like, I don't get it.
and then he goes, yeah, we'll have enough finances.
All right.
It's like, I don't know how deep your comprehension for the English language
Me
is.
neither.
So then he's like, okay, I'm just going to ask you a question. Okay.
He loves these questions.
I got to tell you, I don't
Yeah.
think it's a terrible question.
No, I would want to know the answer to this too.
He asks if she regrets texting his dad.
Yeah.
And she's like, no.
No.
And it's like, okay, so this is going to happen again.
Well, so that's the thing. She actually doesn't think that she has ever done anything wrong.
Right. So it's like, yeah,
That's
maybe
my
not in
issue
this
with her.
one. But
Right.
it's like, wow.
She calls him the king of kill feelings.
That was so, but see, that's what I mean about her English comprehension. Like
Yeah.
she's using terms that like we
Right.
use,
Of course. Like we would say that.
like the king of killing feelings.
very silly.
It's not a technical term. Like it's
Sure.
it's a what's it called? Like a
Joke.
no, like a phrase, like a figure of speech.
Okay. I like that.
Thank you. Thank you so much.
So he's the king of kill feelings. And I don't know what's going to happen with these two. He swears that they're compatible. I don't think they should be together.
I do not think that they're compat.
I don't think they're compat or compact.
No, I don't
No.
think they're anything. We're moving on to Jasmine and Gino.
Oh God. You know, though, these two like are compatible in some strange universe.
Yeah, they're both off.
Yeah, they're both out to lunch, these two. At the same restaurant though. No.
Wow.
Yeah, no, I don't know why. It's like they somehow work in a weird way.
That's very funny. They're both out to lunch at the same restaurant.
Yes.
Yeah, I guess that works.
I mean, they're trimming each other's nose hairs.
They just are.
But that's the thing, they just are. And I think they would do that without the cameras too.
Well, I mean, after you pee on someone, you know, where do you draw the line?
When you and I were texting today, it's like, you're right. Like, that's what did it for him. The peeing.
Well,
because he's a new man.
I actually feel I don't feel like I'm upset.
You feel unsafe.
I feel unsafe. I feel
filled with regret for watching this.
Scared,
put off,
sad,
stomach ache,
like flushing,
just gross,
which is what she did not do.
She did not flush it. My problem is it was in a hot tub. That's my whole problem.
That is how the guy from Orange Is the New Black, his character lost his leg in a hot tub from an infection. Thank you, Jasmine.
Great. Thank you. New fear unlocked. Thank you so much for that. I already don't like outside. Thanks so much.
Well, I do prefer a tub that can be filled and then
unplugged.
Yeah.
Yeah, I agree with this. Yes.
Yeah. Well, real quick.
Yeah.
Speaking of feelings, this show is sponsored by BetterHelp.
Okay, I think a lot of people on this show need better help.
Sometimes in life we're faced with tough choices and the path forward isn't always clear.
That's true.
Especially on this show.
Absolutely.
You see a lot of these couples at a crossroads.
Yes.
Whether you're dealing with decisions around career, relationships, or anything else, therapy helps you stay connected to what you really want while navigating life, so you can move forward with confidence and excitement. Trusting yourself to make decisions that align with your values is like anything. The more you practice it, the easier it gets. So therapy is really helpful for learning positive coping skills and learning how to set boundaries. It empowers you to be the best version of yourself, and it isn't just for those who've experienced major trauma.
That's true. Everybody can benefit from therapy.
Not just you, Noelle.
Not just me.
If you're thinking of starting therapy, give BetterHelp a try. It's entirely online. It's designed to be convenient, flexible, and suited to your schedule. Just fill out a brief questionnaire to get matched with a licensed therapist, and you could switch therapists at any time for no additional charge.
Love that.
Let therapy be your map with BetterHelp. Visit BetterHelp.com/fiance today to get 10% off your first month. That's BetterHelp, HELP.com/fiance.
Great.
Back to Gino and Jasmine.
So yeah, the nose hairs, they're back in Panama City.
He likes that she took accountability for her actions in the past.
Right.
And then she finds his Viagra.
It's like, I didn't know if that was real or if this was like a game. She was like, oh, my old man needs his little blue pill. Like, I didn't know if he really was taking Viagra.
No, I think he does.
Yeah, I see.
They had a great weekend.
Right.
A great weekend, Noelle.
Well, because he was able to reach a climax. Well, I'm just saying it.
Okay.
Gino finished. That's the nicest way I could say it. And she loved it.
He said, quote, "Do you think you're pregnant? You look like you might be." What?
Well, because she has a fanny pack on.
I understand that, but like maybe just she doesn't take things the greatest ways.
I know, but he's so dumb. He thinks these corny ass lines are good.
Not good. So he wants a kid, and Jasmine has 2 sons.
Okay.
Did we know that there were 2 boys?
No, she has a boy and a girl. This is what she said before, because this almost made my head explode. I'm like, this is how I know Liz is your daughter, number one, because you always said you had a boy and a girl. You don't have 2 boys.
Am I so
crazy?
Either. Didn't her daughter go live with her mother somewhere?
Yes, in the countryside, because that's where her mother lived.
Right,
and the son lives with
her father. Yeah.
Yes. Right. So is this like the Mandela effect where we're sharing the wrong memory, or is
I
this
don't
really
know.
happening?
We need the listeners to help us. Go to 90 Day Fiance Trash Talk on Facebook. Go into our group and tell us what the facts are.
The facts are Jasmine is unwell. She has 1,000 clips in her hair. I mean, I used to do twisties in my hair with these things all the time, but this is a lot.
No. This isn't twisties in her hair. This is mental illness in her hair.
And I used to do butterfly clips. I don't know what the hell these were. Flower
This is
clips.
just not good. She doesn't want a baby now. She was on birth control when they were first together.
Right. He's surprised though. Why? I think she's actually being self-aware here.
Because she was the one that wanted, sorry, I had hiccups.
Yeah, I see. It's okay.
She was the one who would have done anything for him.
No, I know, but
I like how desperate she is, but she's like, oh, I draw the line at a kid.
okay, but the thing is now I didn't know this.
Mm-hmm.
She is looking to move to Michigan and have her 2 children come
Okay, that's not even true.
Right.
It's like, how's Liz gonna move there?
So it's like, so that's why you don't want to see. I wouldn't want to have another kid either.
Okay, but this is the first we're hearing that she's pretending.
Right.
So she said that they're getting old and he's gonna be retired, and he's like, yeah, but I'm gonna be retired so I can watch the kid and my family could watch the kid. And then she pretends that she's gonna bring her kids to Michigan. Also, how old are your kids?
So that's what I was wondering too. Like, are they, 12 and
Kids?
15?
Are they 4 and 8?
Right. How old are these kids?
He said that he wants a kid and he won't be happy without one. And she said because he never
climaxed, came, jizzed.
Okay. That
Finished.
She didn't think that it was possible. Now, here's the thing. I feel like the two of them are playing games.
Yeah, I agree with this.
I feel like this is almost his out.
Yes.
Where he's like, listen, if you do one wrong thing, I'm just going to say that I want a kid and that's a deal breaker.
Uh-huh.
And she's all like, she promised him a kid because she didn't think it was possible.
Okay, I get that though.
Yeah, of course. But it's like,
so they're both wrong here, obviously.
That's what I'm saying. They're both playing games.
But I watched did you see the Coming Attractions? Very bad. They they're fighting in the confessional so bad. She's like, I had sex with my ex a month ago. Like they're screaming at each other in the Coming Attraction. So there's obviously much more to it. And he's like, basically like, F you. Like they were not good. So I'm like, I need to know what happens.
Dane?
That's what I was wondering. Dane?
No,
Who is it?
It can't be Dane.
It's definitely not Dane.
No. So
I also think she's lying. I don't think that's true.
He also wants her to change her mind. Like basically when she comes to the US, she'll change her mind. Yeah, that's a great way to start your relationship.
So I understand what he's trying to say. Like
your life is going to be comfortable.
Right. You've never been to the US before. You actually don't know how it's going to be. So maybe when she gets there, she's comfortable and she sees how it goes. And she sees how much Gino is actually around and would be involved. Then you'd be comfortable having a kid. But also, I don't even know how old Jasmine is.
36.
Okay.
Yeah, I think so.
Okay.
She's younger than you think she is. Maybe she's 34. Maybe she's 33.
Yeah, that's the thing. I'm just not sure. It's like weird. I don't know how old she is. And it's like, can she wait a while?
She's 36.
Kids? Okay.
36, yeah.
Interesting.
And her birthday is tomorrow.
Stop it.
Yes. Guys, we're recording this Monday, August 21st, and her birthday is August 22nd.
On August 19th, I was listening to a book, Stephen King, It.
Yeah.
It's a 44-hour long book, I'll have you know. And in one part, they were talking about their wedding anniversary, and it was like, it's August 19th, 1985. And I'm like, today's August 19th.
Oh my God.
So weird. Yeah, it was really weird.
That's crazy.
Yeah. And I was like, I'm like, what? That's so weird.
And it's, very. August is a lot of things happening.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Moving on to David and Sheila.
Another couple, I think, that like each other, actually.
No, I think they like each other. Yeah. They have to.
Right. They have to.
Yeah. So Amy asks why David makes, quote, those sounds.
Why are we doing this?
I don't know. And she's like, I don't know. I asked him once and he said that he doesn't hear anything. Yeah, of course he doesn't hear anything.
Right. You think he knows?
Wasn't that the point?
The sound? Right. They're saying he's grunting.
And then they laughed at him.
Right. Because now Amy is friends with everyone.
Right. But it's like, Amy, don't
be a dick.
Come on.
Yeah, I know.
So the producers ask him why he's grunting. And he's like,
I'm not
hello?
Right.
He's like, hello. I don't know if you saw the first episode. I'm deaf.
Right. How do I know? How would I know?
He said that he's aware sometimes, like if he tries to yell,
Yeah.
to like he feels the vibrations.
Sure.
So they're going to the ocean because he only has one more week there, and she's still fake worried that he can't support them.
Girl, come on.
But she wants her and him and her son to bond.
Right.
And he wants to propose.
I know. See, I don't know why I wasn't expecting that.
I don't know. I thought that this was like kind of a cute episode because so David's like, he asks her son, what sports do you like?
Right.
So he's like, what sports do you like? And he's like, basketball and volleyball. And he's like, okay, great.
Then he's like, do you have any other questions? He's like,
he goes,
no.
Nope. Right. Because he's like, okay, I don't think this is the way.
Right.
But that's what I'm like. At first I was like, that's it. You're not even going to try. And it's like, no. There was a light bulb going off in his head.
And then they played, what is that game called?
The hand
I can't
slap.
remember. Is that what it's called?
Yeah.
Yeah. They were like, that was so cute because then everyone's like laughing.
But that's what I'm saying. Like it wasn't that he didn't want to ask him any more questions. It's that he was like, okay, this isn't working.
Yeah.
What is
sure.
another way? And he was like, and then I realized kids just like to play.
Yeah.
And kids don't want to talk to you.
And they did thumb war.
They did.
Yep.
But he's right. Kids don't want to talk to you and ask you. Like, they don't want the
No,
interrogation.
I don't want this old, like, you think like I wanted like my mom's boyfriend to talk to me when I was a kid? Get
No.
away from me.
Well, he also probably didn't want him to play with
No,
you.
also don't touch me either. But
That's a
just
different
maybe
issue.
like buy me things instead.
That was your
Buy
love
my
language.
love. Uh-huh. Buy
I
my
like that.
love.
So they go to this beach. It's very crowded.
There is a lot of people there, but they all get in the water. Very cute.
They're splashing. He's splashing her son. They're playing in the water.
Yeah.
And I will tell you, did you see
Yeah.
that he was Jumril? He was starting to sign.
Oh, I didn't notice that.
Yeah, because when they went to go eat, he was doing the eat sign. And
And
he
he-
said, I want to learn
Aw,
ASL so I could talk to him.
No, I love that
Yeah.
because he's like, oh, at first, like I was really shy with him, but now like I want to talk to him. That's so cute.
Yeah, because kids are curious about things like that.
Of course.
And he's like, oh, if Amy could learn it in a month and it took my mom never.
yeah. If my mom's never going to learn it, one of us should know how.
Someone should. So
Uh-huh.
she has questions about the future with David.
Right.
So they go to eat. And she said that she wants to know if he's willing to be Jumril's second father.
Because John Real barely even talks to his dad anymore.
Mm-hmm. Then he asked if he wants to move to USA. And he's like, no, I really don't. Because, of course, what kid wants to move to a different country?
So, I'm just wondering, like, so if they were to both move to USA, like, what would happen with her dad?
I don't know. I think you just like donate him back to the town.
Society?
Mhm.
Okay, sure.
Right?
I mean, maybe she has more family there or something. I don't know.
yeah, you just like stick him in with a cousin.
Okay, sure. But fix the roof first.
Yeah, they're gonna fix the roof. Okay, so this is what I was confused about.
Tell me.
So she said basically like, are we gonna live in your house if we move
Yeah.
there? And he's like, no, I'll get you a different house. But meaning that she's not gonna live with him, or that they're gonna all live in a different place?
No, I think they're all going to live in a different place, but he worded it weird
He
because
said
he
we're
also
gonna get a
said,
different room.
well, right, because he said we'll get a 2-bedroom like for you and him.
Right.
But I don't think it's for them to share. I just didn't think he knew how to express
Okay.
it. I think he meant for when you and him come to
Okay.
America.
Because that's what I didn't
Yeah.
understand. It was like,
Yeah.
so you're getting them a 2-bedroom and then you're gonna live over here?
No. I
I mean,
think that that's
ideal,
what he meant.
but
But I did like that he's like, when she comes to America, when they come to America, we get married, like I will take care of her. Like
Mhm.
he's very nice. Like
well, he works 2 jobs.
yeah, he's a nice guy and he feels like it's his responsibility. He's bringing them to America. I mean, he's right,
Yeah.
but that's very nice of him to say.
Well, moving on to Misha and Nicola. I don't
Ugh.
like him. I don't like him. He's like
I don't like him
mean.
at all. He's mean. He is so mean.
He's so mean. So
This
they made
is
up
why
after
she's
the fight.
insecure.
Yep.
Mhm.
So they go to this beach where he always fishes. So if you remember in the beginning when we first met him, he was fishing with his friend.
Yes.
This is so cool.
Yeah, I love this. I would go fishing here.
This is so cool. They're like on like some kind of like raised rock inside of
Yeah.
the water. I'm like, this is very, very cool. Scary,
Yes.
but cool.
No, definitely scary. Like I would need to have a flotation device on.
Yes.
Yeah.
So he said that she doesn't know how to fish. And she's like, no, I can fish.
I know. I love this woman though. The way she dresses for things is
I
very
mean,
strange.
Not appropriate. But
Yeah.
he has to mansplain everything. He doesn't think that women could do anything.
And she's so nice.
She's so nice.
She just puts up with it. Yeah, she's so nice.
She winds up falling. And then she goes, quote,
"Oh
Jesus, oh God." And then they go, "Oh my God." He goes, "Oh my God, you're bleeding." What happened?
I thought we're not allowed to do that.
The Lord's name, guys.
Yeah, you're not allowed to do that. She is bleeding.
I mean, whatever. It's
I'm
like
the sharks are coming.
It's a surface bleed.
They smell one drop of blood,
But they can't do anything that's not biblical.
No, I know.
Except for you can use the Lord's name and
then you can use it only when there's blood involved.
Right. So he said it was the first time he took a woman fishing and it was awful and he will not take her again.
And she's like, she wasn't complaining. He was the one complaining. She's like, I just want to rinse it off like in the water. He's like, no, we have to go. I don't want to be here. And we got to abandon you.
He hates her. He hates women. How about that?
I mean, I don't think he hates them. I just think he doesn't respect them.
He doesn't respect them.
Yeah.
He doesn't really want a partner because he doesn't want to have to do anything.
No, he doesn't.
Okay.
He sucks.
So she's going to be meeting his mom and brother, his two brothers, and he is very nervous. He said that his mom speaks Arabic and he doesn't want to hurt her feelings by telling her what his mom's going to say about her.
But she's pretty blasé about it. She's like, all right, your mom might say bad things. Okay.
Right.
Yeah.
He's like, well, she's divorced. She's not a virgin. I've been hiding this relationship for 7 years.
Whose
it's like,
fault is it? Yours.
He told her they're not going to like her.
I know. It's like, way to go. So she can go in there nervous to begin with.
Yeah, but he doesn't want to be with her. He's
you don't think he wants to be with her?
No, I think that he likes her from afar. He likes the idea of a woman. And then when she came over to play with him, he didn't want to play anymore. And he wants her to go home.
Well, I think he likes playing with her, but I think that he wants total control.
Yeah, but he can't have it. So
I
he's
think
like,
if she
"Go
was
home."
very submissive, he would be much happier.
Right. So this hotel room is trashed.
Oh my God. This hotel room is like my hotel room at 17.
Yeah, they've been living in this hotel room for 12 episodes, though.
That's crazy.
So she brings this red funeral spray to his mother.
I'm
like, wow, this is a lot. This is a real lot. Did she win like some kind of ice skating competition?
His mom's nice. I like that she refers to herself as Nadia. Okay, Nadia cooked.
Wow, that made me laugh.
Me
so
too.
Hard. Okay, first of all, the stucco in this house is unbelievable.
I know. As soon as they walk in this house, they're like, Tracey is gonna have a hard time.
I don't hate it. I don't hate it.
No, it's cute. It's cute and little.
I hate the clutter. I hate that like there's no rhyme or reason. It's like you're gonna be on TV. Put things in a closet.
Yeah, I agree with that.
Okay. So she brings her Lindt chocolates. This is like Noelle going to meet his mom.
And Twizzlers.
She's like, these are my favorite things. It's like, yeah, this is Noelle. Noelle would have been like, here is my offering of Altoids.
Of course. Here's my offering of Altoids and Dove chocolate. Yep. Here's a crispy Pepsi I got at 7-Eleven on the way. It's just so funny because like
she's like, in my native land, 7-Eleven, siete.
I like that she tells Nicola, make sure you tell her these are what I eat at work. It's like, what?
This was literally when I was watching the scene, I was like, this is Noelle meeting someone's mom.
This is. Here I brought you all this stuff.
Make sure you tell her I eat this whole bag of Dove chocolate every single day for lunch.
And it's my favorite thing. I ate it for breakfast the other day. I was telling my neighbor, she was like, oh, did you want a donut? Because we were getting coffee. And I was like, no, I already had enough sugar today. I had Dove chocolate for breakfast.
Yeah, a bag of it. So I just, real quick, I know that you guys hate when we veer off topic.
Get over it.
2 weeks ago, me and Noelle were together. I did not eat all day long. We were doing a project. We were working on something together. And of course, Noelle brought a full bag of Dove chocolate,
like a bag from like Walgreens.
Yeah, like a Halloween sized bag. And I took one chocolate out because I was like, oh my God, like I'm gonna die
faint.
Yeah. And what did you say?
Good for you. I was like, look at you. Good for you. And you're just like, who am I? Like, what am I doing with this? Then later on, I'm like, have another one. Do it. Good for you. Deserve it.
Oh God.
Oh, it was so funny. And you were like, I'm gonna barf bile. I have to eat
if
this.
I don't eat something. Oh God, that was so fun when she was like giving her presentation of Twizzlers and Lindt chocolate. I'm like, this is Noelle. This is literally Noelle.
Yeah, I
being like,
loved it.
Look, this is in a styrofoam cup with ice. This soda is a delicacy from my land.
It
of
is.
Queens, New York.
Yes, this is the best. I love everything she was doing is what I do when I go to my in-laws' house. I bring them things. I give them presentations. I ooh and ah of
I know.
everything they cook.
Okay. Listen, I want to say something controversial.
Okay, let's hear it.
Nadia
Yeah.
reminded me of someone.
Who?
Okay. Do you remember those terrible smoking commercials?
Like, oh, I had to get 14 of my toes taken off. Like those?
Right. But very
Uh-huh.
specifically the ones where they lost their voice
Oh,
boxes.
of course I do. Uh-huh. Oh, of course I do.
I was like, now I can't talk anymore. I was like, oh my God,
Uh-huh.
Nadia.
Nadia.
Were you
Yes.
the voiceover
Yes.
for the no
Oh
smoking
my God, you're
campaign?
so right. You're so right.
Oh man. But when she said Nadia cooked, I lost it.
Yeah, because she's like, make sure you tell her it smells very good in here. And
She's like, yeah, Nadia cooked.
and at first she's like, I smell good. Then he's like, no, the food. She goes, oh, Nadia cooked. And I was like, I love Nadia. That's
That was
so funny.
Tracey would have said that too.
Mhm.
So she wants him to translate. She's like, why don't you come here? Why don't you translate for me and your mom? I want to talk to your mom. He goes, you don't have to talk to my mom.
I know. So you're supposed to come there and her mom. The mom's like, I don't really even know like who she is. Why
like,
she's
what are we
here.
doing here?
Yeah.
Thank you, nice lady, for chocolate, but what?
But why? Why are you
Okay.
giving this to me?
So she's like, all right, I'm gonna go make the vine leaves. I think they mean the
Yeah.
grape leaves.
Grape
right?
leaves. Yeah.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
These are the skinniest grape leaves. I mean, what they put literally 2 little pieces of 2 grains of rice. I mean, are we like?
I have never seen
Are we
it.
rationing the rice?
Instead of cigars, these are like joints.
She's rolling joints.
Yeah, she
She's
is rolling
grape leaf joints.
joints.
It's listen, I will tell you, when I love a good grape leaf.
Me too.
But I will, if it's too heavy on the leaf, peel some leaf off.
Me too. I can't do a lot of leaf.
I don't want a double layer of leaf.
Yeah, me neither. One layer.
Single leaf layer.
Yeah. Yes, I agree.
This is all. If you peel the leaf off, there's no
leaf.
There's no more grape leaf.
You have 1 grain of rice.
Yeah.
Yeah, this is very thin.
Also, they're eating on the couch. They just
So
sit on the
watching
couch.
them eat, I'm like, they're all sitting around in the living room. Tracy's not gonna like this.
I don't like it because it's also like, and you have a cluttered living room. Like,
there was a lot of food, man. She put a feast out.
well,
yeah.
He doesn't want to tell them who she is. So they're like, hey, listen, I'm so glad that you brought all these cameras here.
Yeah.
Mom made 1 grain of rice per rice leaf. We got Twizzlers, we got chocolate. Listen, Nicola, this is great. Who is this lady? And what are we doing?
Yeah.
And she's like, why won't you tell them who I am? And he goes, this is who I am.
I don't want to translate to him about my private life.
So you bring a stranger and you just won't tell them who she is.
You won't tell them who she is?
They ask him where he knows her from, and then it just goes black.
It fades to black.
Because they all faint.
I don't understand. I'm like, are they fainting from hunger because they're only getting grape leaves here? Just leaf? What's happening?
It's just leaf.
Why is he so mean?
He's so mean. He's mean like a little boy.
Yeah, that's the thing. He is mean in a way I can't tolerate.
Yes.
Yes.
Well, let's talk about Statler and
Speaking
Dempsey.
of not tolerating.
Yeah. Let's talk about what do you call her? Striker?
Striker. I don't know though. I keep hearing Striker is taking one for the team here.
What do you mean?
Like watching this, like basically like that Dempsey was kind of more the nightmare and Statler was kind of just trying to cover that up. So she was kind of acting irrational and acting crazy.
That's something that a crazy person would say.
Yeah, well, no, she's not saying it. Like somebody behind the scenes put it like on Reddit. They were like, whatever, a producer or whatever. And they're like, I posted it in the group. Basically, like Dempsey was like a nightmare to work with. And so Statler
well,
was
she didn't want to share. I know that.
Right. And Statler like didn't want her to look bad, so she kind of made herself look bad instead. And then Cleo posted 2 days ago or yesterday posted a story of Statler, and she's like, protect her at all costs. Because everyone I think is like coming for her so hard.
Well, that's a lot.
Mm-hmm.
So Statler's sleeping on the couch. It looks so comfy.
Right?
Yeah, I'm like, she's got like a little setup there.
I'm like, I like this couch. Mhm.
So Dempsey's like, yeah, I think we're just moving too fast.
Agreed.
But Statler's confused as to why she thinks it's too fast. And she's confused about why she's upset about her talking to her ex and her ex offering to pick her up and get a hotel room. What?
So that's the thing. And I'm watching this and I'm like I have thoughts that I don't think that I can express on here because I will get in trouble.
Right.
But like I have these weird thoughts and it's kind of like there's something a little off about Statler's way of thinking with this stuff.
But she truly, but that's the problem is that she's not seeing. She's like, what is your problem? She's like, so what if I want to move in when I met you?
Right. And she's like almost like, why wouldn't I want to move in with you? Like, what's so weird about that? And Dempsey's like,
it's very immature.
Yes. Yeah.
Super. There's Arrested Development going on here, clearly.
Yeah, totally.
So she FaceTimes with her friend
Natalie.
And she told Natalie that she told her that she wants to move in with her. And she's like, oh, did you ask her if you could move in with her? Or you just told her you're gonna? She's like, oh, I told her. Why?
I just told her.
And she's like, yeah. And then I told her about how, like, you know, me and my ex still talk. No big deal.
Right.
She's like, and my lease is going to be up. So what am I supposed to do?
And her friend's like, wait, what? So basically you made it seem like she's not special at all. Like kind of like,
right. Like, hello.
Yeah. Like you talk to other people.
Right. And I need to move into your house. What is the problem?
Right.
Now she talks about how all she's ever wanted was love. She never felt loved and she just wants to get a relationship started. So now I'm thinking like, oh, she doesn't care who it is.
That's what I was thinking.
Yeah.
Right. So it's like, it doesn't matter that it's Dempsey. She just wants a person to love her and she wants to love a person.
Right. So Dempsey's like, hey, a relationship is gradual.
Yeah.
So she's like, okay, how about you go home and then we talk about it?
Yeah.
Now, that is
I wouldn't like that either.
That is what HR does.
Right.
When they're like, you know what? Why don't you take a week off from work?
Right.
You seem stressed out.
That's when, as soon as she leaves, I block you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then they deactivate your email.
Mm-hmm.
And then you're like, hey, I thought I was just taking a week off from work. And they're like, we've gone a different way. The company's parted. And it's like, oh, because you thought that person was going to shoot up the office.
Well, so that's the thing. It's like, and that's why Statler's kind of like, well, I don't want to like go home and then you break up with me, because that's how I would have taken it too. I would have been like, oh,
sure,
okay.
But guess what?
Yeah,
if she wants to break up with you, you have to let her.
Of course.
This is insane. So she's like, also, I didn't know you were talking to your ex.
See, I know. It's like, why would you bring that up?
Well, here's the other thing. Statler's going, and now it's not that I don't believe what she's saying, but she is going a little for this pity. She said it hurts extra for her to have a breakup.
Agreed.
So, okay, so now it hurts extra for her to have a breakup. So now she's not allowed to break up with you because you were adopted.
Now that's guilting someone that they're not allowed to break up with you because you were adopted. Right.
You were adopted. Right.
So because you feel things extra hard, I can never be truthful with you.
Right.
Yeah.
So she said, she starts crying. She's like, what was so wrong with me? I was given up for adoption. I was unwanted before. And it's like, yeah, that's stuff you have to work out in therapy. That has nothing to do with me.
Well, that's the thing. That's kind of like, so I'm starting to feel like you don't even care about the relationship with me.
You don't care.
Right. So maybe this is something you should work on before we get into a serious relationship.
So she hugs her and she says, and this is a great wording. She said, that's not a good reason to rush things in our relationship.
Yeah.
And if I could translate that, it goes, I don't really care.
Yeah, right.
That's what I would have said.
Uh-huh.
But, Dempsey's a little bit.
She's got a little more tact.
Yeah. So she said that she's going to be meeting with her friends. And she's like, oh, you still want me to meet your friends? She's like, yeah, I'm not like mad at you, but like.
Well, Stryker almost took it as in like they're breaking up.
Right. So she's like, well, I believe in a relationship. You think with your heart, not your brain.
Right.
And she wants her to change her mind.
So the thing is
there not a theme in this episode? Everyone wants them to change their mind.
Everyone wants them to change their mind, and everyone wants to know what's in each other's bank account.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's kind of like, okay, so now you are going to really kiss Dempsey's ass because you think that she'll reconsider. That's crazy.
Yeah, this is a bad relationship.
That's just Statler won't take no for an answer, and I have a problem with that. Yeah.
Yeah. Well, that's what I'm saying. Like, if she wants to break up with you when you get home, then she doesn't want to be with you.
Right. And you have to let her do that.
Yeah, you can't force someone
And
to
you
be
can't
with you.
you can't guilt someone because you're
Stop.
adopted. I understand that you have problems, but that's not Dempsey's problem.
No, absolutely
Right.
not. Moving on to Cleo and Christian.
You know, I have to tell you, I have been thinking about this and thinking about this and
Okay.
thinking about this.
Tell
And
me.
I think it's both of them. I don't just think this is Christian.
No, I mean, I don't think that it's just Christian. I think it's a lot of Christian.
I think it's like 70-30.
Yeah. Okay, fine.
Being that like I'm watching this and I'm kind of like, I kind of understand a little bit about the sex thing the more I think about it, because it's like, why do we have to announce it to the
listen,
world?
I agree with you, but they had agreed on it, and that's the only reason why I disagree.
I just feel like, but like maybe he was like, I don't want to fucking announce it. I don't want everybody to know I had sex last night.
But then
but it's not because he was with a trans woman.
Fine.
Right.
Then you shouldn't have agreed to talk about it.
But why couldn't he change how he felt? Well,
okay,
I understand
well,
that.
you've already told this person to say it.
Yeah, I don't know. Like, I do get it.
But now you're just making her look like a liar.
Yes, but I also feel like Cleo is just really friggin' sensitive, man.
Sure, but this was, I mean, this should have been discussed.
Not that he's right, but like they both are playing a part here.
Sure. So they're going to have couples astrological reading from a friend, and she takes it very seriously. They're going to Avelina, and he's making fun. He's like, "Oh yeah, what are you going to see in a crystal ball?"
Because he doesn't know. What do guys know about this?
But he's also being a little nasty because he's
of course he is.
If I would have seen a crystal ball, I won't say it. I won't say it. And she's like, no, say it. He's like, then I would have seen that you're gonna fly off the handle.
Yeah, typical guy.
He said it's mumbo jumbo.
Oh, and she's like, no, Gemini's like astrology. And he's like, oh, Donald Trump is a Gemini. And here's my Donald Trump impression. Cool. You're so cool.
He is trying to make like some kind of bad career out of this.
Yeah, it's not going to work.
It's not working.
He's not likable. He's not likable. Right. Please keep your hat. That should be the guy who sleeps in a hat. Right?
Yeah.
Not Gino. This
you should get a beanie stitched into your skull.
Truly, a beanie tattoo, if you will. Because
Okay,
I would much rather.
Now we're just being mean.
Oh, I would much rather wake up with Gino than Christian, honey.
I'm gonna go with none.
You have to pick one. You have to pick one or you die. You have to pick one or you never die. You live forever and ever and ever.
Then I'm gonna pick Christian, I think.
Wow.
Yeah. Oh, he's so annoying, but so is Gino.
At least Gino's more easy to control.
At least Christian would not be attracted to me.
Oh, that's true.
Yeah.
Right, because Gino would be like, "Oh, you're peeing? Come here." She physically jumped, guys.
No,
physically jumped.
I feel like I'm dehydrated. Leave me alone. It's 95 degrees in New York City. I'm in the desert. Leave me alone. So now Avelina, said that they're drawn to each other, but they could fight. And how they might even feel like each other's an enemy. And he's like, that's funny. It's almost spooky because I feel like that with you. And it's like, oh, you're using her own poison against her.
Yeah, of course. And also, this can be said about every couple.
Noelle, of course. This is like, sometimes you fight and sometimes you don't.
But it's like, Cleo, stop taking this so seriously.
Okay, so he asked for a prognosis of the relationship.
Right.
And she said that, there's situations to work on, but it doesn't mean they'll stay together. And she is crying hysterically.
Well, so the thing is, and then when she's talking to the camera, she's like sobbing.
Okay, but like, this is what I want to tell you.
Well, what happened?
I'm going to tell you what happened.
Yeah.
She said that she was being nostalgic, thinking about his WhatsApp pic, because this is the problem. The problem is the fantasy did not line up with the reality.
Agreed.
And that is why she's crying. She's crying because this person that she thought that she built up in her head, which is what a lot of people do when they talk to people online, they make this character and you're like, and when we meet, it's going to be like this. And this is how they're going to treat me. And this is how we're going to act together. And then when he came here, it wasn't that. And now she has to mourn the loss of this character that she's made up.
It's so disappointing.
It's so disappointing.
Yeah, I've been there.
It's not necessarily him.
No, it's who she thought was coming,
Exactly.
what the person she made him out to be.
It's a mixture of your own perception,
Sure,
and the reality that he is.
of course, and it's upsetting, of course.
Right, and that is why she's crying, I think, because that's what she said. She used the word nostalgia, and I was like, oh, I think I know what she's talking about.
She is crying all the way.
Yes.
Poor Cleo.
Poor Cleo.
We don't like Christian.
I don't like Christian.
I don't like Christian.
I don't like anyone.
I don't really like anyone either, but I do like watching this, unfortunately.
Unfortunately, the same. But you know what else I like watching? Vanderpump Rules. So if you guys want to see, if you want to listen to that podcast, go over there to Patreon. Also, you know what else I like watching? The Other Way. It's also over there on Patreon, patreon.com/Trash Talk Podcast. I have some big shows coming up. Opening for Hannah Berner, formerly of Summer House. Go to TraceyCarnazzo.com for upcoming show dates. Foxwoods Casino, Parks Casino, West Hampton Performing Arts Center. So that's New York, Pennsylvania, Connecticut. Come out. There are so many people coming to all of these shows, like so many of our listeners, so many of our friends, so many of our listeners. My brain is going to explode.
It's going to be amazing.
It's going to be so much fun. TraceyCarnazzo.com. Make sure you follow the podcast at 90 Day Podcast on Instagram and Twitter. Make sure you follow Noelle at Noe Girl on Instagram, Twitter, and TikTok. I'm at Trixie Tuzini on Instagram, Twitter, and TikTok. And follow the podcast at Trash Talk Podcast on TikTok. We're going to be back on YouTube before you know it, guys, but make sure you follow us on YouTube and make sure you join Patreon. It's so important to join Patreon because that's where you get the real feel of us.
I mean, we have over 1,000 bonus episodes. I know because I looked.
Yeah, there's so many. Patreon.com/Trash Talk Podcast. It's right down there in the show notes. TraceyCarnazzo.com, TraceyCarnazzo.com. Write us a 5-star rating and an amazing review on whatever platform you listen to us on, because you know what? Maybe we'll read it on the podcast.
Hell yeah.
Do you think we should read one?
Sure, why not?
Okay. So this is a very good podcast. This is my review.
Okay.
And I think that it's the best. So we're going to read one 5 stars. This is not my review. This is from Janelle.
Okay.
Best in class, 5 stars. I'm so glad to have these two BFFs to share the crazy train wreck that is 90 Day Fiance. So just saying.
That was really nice.
Yeah. Guys, write us more like that. We'll see you next week.
Okay.
Bye.
Bye.